Custom labels. Labels in Spatial Key allow text descriptions to be visually added to a map. Use labels to draw attention to important elements on the map. They're great for use in screenshots, presentations, and shared dashboards. Both data points and shapes can be labeled on a map. Labels can contain any text you choose and can even include values from the data points or shapes that you are labeling. Easily move labels around to position them around the data points or shapes as you see fit. Labeling data points. Locations can have a label attached containing custom text and using the column field values from within a record. To add this type of label, find and select a data point on your map. Once you click on the data point, a pod containing details of those records will appear. Click to Add Label. If the data point you selected has more than one record, you have the additional option of Label this cluster of points. This cluster of points is referred to as a hotspot cell. Select Label this point to label only the point you have selected and are viewing in the Location Details pod. Select Label this cluster of points to label all points at that hotspot that are available in the Location Details pod. Select Label multiple at once to create a rule for applying labels. For example, label top 10 locations with greatest total insured value. Label this point. After selecting Label this point, type free text in the text box to create a custom label. Select Location attributes to add to the label. Label this cluster of points. If you selected Label this cluster of points, aggregate values for locations at that hotspot are added to the label. Label multiple at once. The option to label multiple at once is slightly different from the previous two options, in that it doesn't relate to the selected records in the Location Details pod. What you will do in this option is build a rule to apply labels. First, select how many labels to apply and how they will be applied. In this example, we are labeling the top 10 records with the highest insured value. Note that when labeling multiple points at once by creating a rule, only points in view on the map are considered. For example, if you want to label top 10 records by building value in the country, you need to zoom out to view the entire country. If you were zoomed into Cape Town area, the top 10 records by building value in Cape Town would be returned. Editing, removing, and repositioning labels. Editing and removing labels is easy. Simply hover over a label and select the gear option to edit the label. Or select the minus to remove the label for that specific location or shape. There isn't an option to edit the rule applied to label multiple locations or shapes at once. If you need to make a change to labels applied to multiple locations or shapes at once, you need to remove the labels and reapply them again. This can be done by entering the advanced settings for the layer. That's all there is to labeling individual points and shape files. Whether applying labels to one record or shape at a time or to multiple at once, Spatial Key makes it easy and allows for maximum customization of labels.